If you're out of the ring, you're gonna have ring rust. It doesn't matter who it is. Y'all know who Gervonta Davis is, right? Pookie fought with him when the amateurs. He beat us one year, and the following year we put it to him. I mean, no disrespect to the man. The man is great right now. He's going to be better than Mayweather, believe it or not. But yeah, I mean, we've been in with some tough guys. We just don't have the backup that they have, and that's what we need. That's what we need. We need sponsorship. We need backup to be able to get him back in the ring and get him back in action. So hopefully with the show, we'll get something going. By the way, this was my original boxing club here, Los Gallos. This is the original one.
One punch, one jab pushes you back further. It bothers you a little bit more. So, you get popped to the face and you might say you're gonna go light, but you don't know he might not know what light is for me. And at the end of the day, it never turns out to be a light sparring session. You slowly pick up the pace, you get popped. In a way, that benefits us for a real fight. Because if we're using a headgear where our vision is restricted, but we're doing it in sparring and we can see the punches, and then we fight in a real fight, and now our vision is like.
But I need to focus on Ernesto because I spend most of my time with him since he was a baby. And I got a lot of time dedicated to him, and we have to focus on him and get him going and get him a world title. I know he can do it. I know him. I know him better than he knows himself. But we'll get it going.
He would be a counterpuncher. He can counterpunch real well. Natural pow, 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 his reaction. He would be that. He can box, but being a Mexican fighter, they don't too much like boxing too much.
Go more intelligent and aggressive at the same time. I have a little bit of Mexican in me. I'm a Mexican fighter, so I do tend to bang it out sometimes. I'm trying to work away from that, but that's basically my style. I'm a little bit more technically aggressive, you could say.
Going toe-to-toe, tick for tack, who hits the hardest, who the toughest, use your brain. I don't want to see how tough you are. I want to see how smart you are.
Quality time is one-on-one. You stay with them at all times. The clock, the bell rings, boom, and you're with them. And you stay with them, and you stay with them, and you stay with them, and don't drop your hands, and move this way, and move that way, and dip, bob, and weave, and you're constantly with them. That's quality training there, when it's a one-on-one, because you're focused just on that fighter. That's one of the reasons that Ernesto has been so successful, because, I mean, I may have done wrong, but yes, he was one of my favorites, because I saw the heart in him. And I would tell the kids, you need to show me that you want it, and I'll give you quality time.
We have to think about ourselves, and it's like, okay, well, are those fans going to be there for us? And are they going to be in the locker room with us and right after the fight? I think as you get older, you start thinking those things through. And I used to want to just please the fans. Like, I'm like, you know what, I go out there, I'll bang it out. I still want to bang it out, but that's not the smart thing to do. You gotta have a smart team, and I think my team now, they also care about me. They want me to be the best version of myself in the ring, but also when I get done with boxing, they want to make sure that I'm there 100%. My brain is working, and I can do more things than just boxing.
Gladiator circuit, you are not enough. When they lace me up, you know it's going down. You are just an ounce, we going pound for pound. You don't want to step in with this warrior. Gladiator Gladiator circuit, you are not enough. When they lace me up, you know it's going down. You are just an ounce, we going pound for pound.
I'm going to tape that.
That's tape right there.
Yeah.
Hard. Tape hard.
Yeah.
Hard. Real hard.
I bought good tape so when you fight, and then I have that other tape that we can use for the gloves. Why is there a knot in here? Did it break?
Yeah, it won't, it keeps
Keep
sliding.
blaming everybody.
When was the last time you sparred?
It's been about 3 weeks now. About 3 weeks. About 3 weeks. Then I got something. So I sparred today, and I'm gonna spar again Thursday. It haven't really been no work for me.
Well, it's not so much how much he should really only spar when he has a fight. The problem is when we're in a camp, right? Because listen, this is a toll on his body. You only have a certain number of punches everybody can take, right? To spar just to spar doesn't really make sense. We want to make sure we're working towards something. I'd prefer him only to spar when he's in camp, or he's in somebody else's camp and he's at least making a living from doing it. So, tough question to answer. All right, when we're in camp, we'll spar 3 times a week.
I mean, at least 2 to 3 times a week. Maybe 2. Maybe at least two times a week.
You got to tell him he's got to let that right hand go, and he's not committing to his jab. He's just pulling it out there.
Which one? I was ranked #1 as an amateur at 175 at one point, and then I went pro after that. So that's where I'm at right now, in the beginning stages of my pro career with 2 fights. None of them at 175 yet. I feel good. Needed like getting a groove, but other than that, not bad for first day back. Right, first day back, not bad. He's the last person I sparred. That was a couple months ago. Yeah, probably 3 months ago.
How often do you guys spar?
Me and him was our second time. Second time going at it.
Hands up.
I had a little bit. I had a strategy last time. This time I was trying to stay in open space and just work with him. So last time I was more like focused on winning. This time I was focused on seeing what I could do and how I go up against a bigger guy in open space that can punch harder than me. So I can take the punches. That's
You're
good.
loading up just one big shot.
We go to war. It's all about the game and respect. We go to war. The blood, the tears, the sweat. We go to war. It don't matter who calls up next. Go to war. G2W on my chest. Go to war. It's all about the game and respect. Go to war. The blood, the tears, the sweat. Go to war. It don't matter who calls up next. Go to war. G2. It's not the gear, it's the man that you.
I've changed back to my old ways a lot. I'm sure he could tell from the last time we sparred. I changed a lot of my style again. I didn't change it. I just went back to what I know how to do, which is a little more movement, a little more stepping. I mean, I think you guys heard it. I talked about it with Adrian that night, and he said I used to call him Lil Pacquiao or something like that, which is not the same, right? But it was more. I was just more. I would move a little more. I would be on my toes more than my heels, I guess, and that allows me to find that range a little better. When before I was really last 2 years, and all of this came from that time that I told you I had a really tough time. I had to self-reflect a lot. I realized that I was like, you got to be comfortable in there to be able to perform. I think that's one thing that I stepped away from. Was I always remembered, and I used to always tell people, first things first in boxing, you got to get a little comfortable with yourself first. Obviously, it's uncomfortable being in there, right? But you have to be comfortable with yourself to be able to perform and do what you know how to do, bring your talents and skills out. If not, you're already uncomfortable, right? Constantly getting uncomfortable. But if yourself is not confident about what you know how to do, then that's where you're gonna have some struggle. And that's what I forgot. That's what I forgot, and I'm slowly getting back to it. And yeah, just take it a day at a time now.
His timing's not there. I told him we need to spar. We need to spar. We were just working on the conditioning. The timing's not there. I mean, I don't care who you are. If you hadn't sparred with water a long time, it's gonna show it. It's showing it right there. Salte de ahí, Poo. Salte tirando, hijo. Tíralo, perro. There you go. 30 seconds. There you go. Tirando. Muévete. La defensa, hijo, la defensa. You can tell the difference big time. Big time. We'll get there. It's just a matter of working. Work. Time. All right. That's good. He was bleeding from his gums.
I think he was in better shape last time I sparred him. He said he hadn't sparred in a while. I think he said I was the last guy he sparred, or I don't think he said that, but he said he hadn't sparred in over a year. That's when I sparred him. So I think that was the last time he sparred. So yeah, that's about it. Just get back in the gym. That's how you get in real shape. Is sparring. That's where you get to test all your conditioning, your strength, your heart, your mind. Everything's just tested in here. So yeah, it was a welcome back, Pookie. It was a welcome back, Pookie. I got you, fam.
Bumpy. When I'm bleeding?
A little bit. That's true. Hey. You want some more water? You shouldn't have went and ran this morning. You should have just waited for the sparring.
I'll come back.
Where's that?
We'll be back.
What? Who say? Oh, no, I'm telling him it's because he did his rope work this morning. He did all his conditioning this morning, and this is the first time he spars in about maybe 11, 12 months. And that's why I was worried about his conditioning. I mean, his conditioning is pretty good, but he already did a lot of rope work this morning, and I had told him no. 3? No, 4. 4. It was 4. Yeah, and that's what I had told him before. I told him, you know what? This is your first time getting back in the ring. It's a process in the making, guys, okay? It's going to take a little time. It's going to get better and better for next season. We're going to show you what he really can do. He's going through some physical trouble right now because they pulled two teeth out 2 weeks ago. He's bleeding from his gums. He went and ran this morning when I was told him not to go run. But hey, He's a grown man. He's going to do what he's going to do. But it's all for the better. It's all for good. It's all for good.
From this distant vantage point, the Earth might not seem of any particular interest. But for us, it's different.
This is one of my warehouses. This is the office for our main company, BWS Blinds. We import and manufacture blinds and roller shades, selling mainly to dealers who sell to new home builders. We provide product for companies, for the retailers, the company GetBlindsToday.com, that we provide product for, and their customers can order blinds and in 3 hours come pick them up and have them ready to go. You know, we do that. So this is what takes up most of my time. You know, I have an office here. We have one in Miami, I have one in Colorado, and I have one in California. So I travel quite a bit, which takes quite a bit of my time away from Adrian, which unfortunately messes up his boxing because he's forced to work with other trainers, which we had spoken about previously, about you can see the difference in him, right? When somebody else is holding mitts for him or working on certain things, because they're training to what they like. And a lot of trainers have a specific style. We train to the fighter's strengths, and then we figure out how we can mold that into what they're good at, right? We're still going to give them certain principles. We want you to do this, this, and this. Hard jab. Hard jab. Hard 1, 2. 1. Double. Right hand bottom. Right hand head. Double. Double. Give me a hook straight. Hop, hop. Yep. So, look, listen to me. No, don't look for perfect. Look, here's what's happening. You're throwing a good right hand. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take your right hand away from you by constantly stepping to my right. Okay. Okay? You have to stop me. We're playing a game here. So the way to stop me is chuck the hook, stop my momentum, throw the hook, boom. Now, chuck the right hand right here, boom. Okay. You're going to stop me from moving. Every time he stepped over, so if you're here,
Okay. So make it like, so basically make the right hook, left hand like a 1, 2.
Yeah. But how do you make it you? You know, that was what made Tony so successful when he was boxing, because Derek would spend hours training him, and then we would come back and we would actually practice those things. And we're like, Tony, make it your own. Tony, make it your own. Figure out how it works for you.
Adrian,
Put yourself in that position. Where do your feet have to be? We do the same thing with Adrian, because it is a successful model. But when he's working with somebody else that doesn't think the way that we think, or train the way that we train, and they're training just to work him out versus train him to get better, it's a problem. And then we constantly got to start over on things like that. Throw it to the body. There you go. And to the chest. Right hand to the body. Right hand. You got to tell him he's got to let that right hand go, and he's not committing to his jab. He's just pulling it out there.
Which one? Jarrell?
Jarrell. Oh, okay. Okay. Jarrell, you got to throw a real jab. You got to step on it and really stick it. It's got to be a real jab. Make him think about it. The one loss that Adrian had, he was training with me and somebody else. He was caught between two styles. He didn't listen to me. He couldn't bring himself to throw a punch. He lost the fight. He said to me after the fight, "You were right. I should have listened to you." Well, you didn't. Guess what? Okay. You cost yourself a lot of opportunity. Back, now we're sitting here begging people for fights. Again, you were caught between two styles. There you go. 1-2-1. 1-2-1. Pop, pop, pop. Just work on letting him go. 1-2-1.
I'm be thinking about all the sacrifices I did my whole life just for you to act like this. Cold.
My name is Tracy Miles. I'm the owner of Crossover Barbershop here in Allen, Texas. We are the first black barbershop on the west side of Allen. Crossover with a K. We're gonna give you the best haircut you ever have. I guarantee you people will say, "Where you get your haircut?" And they're gonna love it. Look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good. It's not just getting a haircut, it's the experience you get with the haircut. Crossover Barbershop has been in business since 2005. We have over 100 years experience between all the barbers combined.
That's where I gotta be quiet. That's where the art come out.
But all races are welcome here. Some people just want you to talk to them or listen to them, you know. So we're their ear. They don't need us to answer or solve their problems, but we are their ear. So barbers are more than just people that can groom you and make you look good.
Realize you can actually break somebody down by going to the body, but until then, yeah, I was a headhunter, so you get angry, you hit somebody in the head. Sounds cruel, but it's a different world in there. It's a different world. Yeah, that was good though. That was good. Good sparring overall. Good sparring. I know Pookie's gonna come back with a vengeance. Yeah. I think that's good because, I mean, his coach had been hitting me up for a couple weeks that he wanted sparring, so I think maybe he just needed a little bit of a push. So, you know, you guys were the little push to get him back into sparring because yeah, his coach had been hitting me up. Hey, set up some sparring. And they know I'm always here, you know, I'm doing it full time. I'm always in the gym, so.
When you're doing gonna come at you with that right. You need to be, whenever he throws his jab, you drop his jab and expect him to throw that right. You drop the jab and go around that side and throw your left. Watch your feet. Keep your feet outside. No, get it. Come on, Pooh.
No, he gave me some good rounds. Every round is a good round. You're learning something. You're trying things out. You're practicing on what you train throughout the week. So every round is a good round to me. Pookie's not a regular fighter. He can fight. So that's why he gives me good work no matter what. So. Probably when he lets his combos go and he gets on the inside, that's his strength. When he does it, I don't know why he doesn't do it too much. Like he tries to box me a lot, but that's my strength. It's easy for me to take a small step and then he misses his punches because of his height. So with me, I know that his strength can be that. I mean, he's skillful. Honestly, he can do it all. He can bang and he can box. Even though for his height, he can still box. I remember last time we had sparring, he was in real good shape. He was boxing me. He was landing the jab. So I know he can box too. So
good, just touch, just like that. It all come together. You don't gotta be all hard. Keep touch behind the jab. There you go. Touch, 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 boom, just like that. Good defense. Good defense.
Man, in his weight class, dudes throw a lot of punches. So I think he just needs to be a lot more active. I think that was the thing in the last fight too. I saw him kind of back off a little bit, and then he would have won that fight. No questions asked. He just pressed the gas a little bit more, so just a little bit more active. That's what I think. That's the same critique that I'm gonna give myself. I just need to be a little more active, which I'm trying to do now. So. At the end of the day, we're in there to punch. So, you're gonna get hit. It's like playing soccer. You're gonna touch the soccer ball eventually. You can't go and play soccer and say, I'm not gonna touch the soccer ball. You're not gonna go play baseball and say, I'm not gonna touch the baseball or swing a bat. You're gonna get hit there eventually. You try not to get hit, but eventually you're gonna get hit with something. So, just be active and let your hands go. Hit something and don't let them hit you.
I think what gets me is them first stages. My son 9 now, and when he was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, it really actually start happening when he turned 7. From 1 through 6, man, baby love me, man. He just want to be up under me, want to sleep in the bed with me. Now, it's just like what's up, daddy? Go in the room, be in the room all day. Got a phone, be on the phone all day, don't talk to me or nothing. I gotta tell him to come here and top it up with him or something. He be ready for me to stop talking to him if he go back in there on the phone and stuff. Like, all right. They get tired of you. So I already know what's gonna happen with my kids. I already know the spec when they get about 10 years old. They go 9.
Combination he finishes, he's right for a right hand. But you got to put something on it. You got to make him respect it. Drop that right hand when he's done. All right? Time. Number 3.
He was telling me not to fade away with the jab and to stick it in there. But like I said earlier, if I stick it in there, I have to commit. And he's waiting for me to commit so he can land a bigger shot because I'm the faster guy. I can go in and out faster than him. So he's waiting to time me to come in so he can land that shot. So I was just touching with it and being more like annoying. That's annoying, that's annoying, that's annoying, and then bam, then hit him with a stinger. So he wanted me to commit with it, and I would, but I wouldn't make it obvious.
Add the hook up top, Adrian. And the hook. Add the hook for me after the 2 shots, then the hook.
Like right now, he's not my best friend. But if he was my best friend, we would be like pity-patting, going easy on each other. But because we don't know each other that well, we don't have a problem really punching each other in the face.
Little too close. Little too close.
You know, and sometimes in sparring, somebody will turn that on before the other guy. And it's up to the coach to either bring it back down to, hey, we're just working today at 75%, or hey, pick it up and throw your punches, because he's just beating you up right now.
Give me a couple combinations now, Adrian. Let's practice them. More than one shot. More than one shot. Get used to putting them together.
And that's what was giving him the momentum in the end of the second and the beginning of the third round, because I was still throwing softer, petty pop punches, and he knew that he could take them, so he would step in and deliver 2 body shots. Boom, boom. So that's why he told me to go and put some stingers on him, put some stingers on him, put some stingers on him to keep him out of my face.
Body.
So he can't land those cleaner, tighter shots where he can sit down
got too close.
and really bring the power and the energy on him.
Okay, back up. Don't waste the round. Don't waste the round. That's not making you any better. Time. Good work, guys. I think it was good. I think Adrian did better the last time because he's able to hold, right? So Adrian didn't get muddled in that. What I would have liked to see, Jarrell kind of put a little more oomph on some of his shots. You know, he held back today. I didn't want him to hold back because Adrian was there to be hit. Adrian had a good day today. But what I want to say, how much of it was because Adrian took him out of his game? How much of it was because Jarrell was tired? All in all, it was good. But again, I like it when both guys really bring their A game. And, you know, we can gauge a lot more from it.
From this distant vantage point, the Earth might not seem of any particular interest. But for us, it's different.
So today I would say I need to tighten up and I get more serious, right? Serious with it. See, this is real. This is real. You can get hurt in here. So be serious the whole time you're in there. No friends, no pity pat. Bring the real, live, serious punches. So that's what I learned today.
Go back to the body. Come on. You're resting too much. Come on. Let your hands go the rest of this round, Adrian. Don't open up. Good head movement. Right on that jab. Go. Put a couple together. Then the body. You're a little too close. Right on the jab. Right there. Right there. Okay? Right back on the jab. Right on the jab. Up and down. That should have been a hook to the body after that. Go. Then the hook to the body. Hook to the body. See how close you are? You can't punch from there. That won't work where you're at. There you go. Go right on him with the jab. Don't fall in, though. Don't fall in. There you go. Good head movement. There you go. Don't load up. Go to the body now. To the body. Oh, you got too close. Okay, back up. Don't waste the round. Don't waste the round. That's not making you any better. Time. Good work, guys. Good job. See what happens when you fall in? Did you feel it there at the end?
Yeah.
You okay?
I'm good. Tired.
It's all right.
I know I'm rusty.
That's okay. But what I'm saying is, you got to get that under the ring when we're done. But what's happening is, you're trying to throw your punches back to carrying in, right? We're going back into the old habit where we're falling in, and then you're taking away your advantage.
Okay.
Stay with your jab. What he did wrong is he needs to stick that jab, right? He's running away with the jab. You would have walked into it because, one, you kept coming straight down the center. Okay? He had opportunities to hit you, but you were pressuring him, and then you did counterpunch him, so you took him out of that. But you got to be real careful of that, right? That's why you got to move your head a little bit, all right? Don't get sloppy leaving that hand down.
That could be detrimental.
Listen, it could be detrimental. But again, your body has a shelf life. My brain can only take so much trauma. If I just spar and spar and spar, when it's time to fight, I'm already, beat to crap, and I can't do anything. So, again, he can't just give his talent away. He's a highly sought after guy for sparring. I won't say he's a sparring partner because he's not a sparring partner. He's looking to be a champion. He will spar somebody for money, and he likes to do that. And he typically looks to do it if it's going to make him better. He likes to spar guys who are champions or were former champions because it lets us gauge where he's at and what he can actually do. But those camps right now, you know, especially COVID, hit or miss right now, and who's doing what, it makes it a little difficult to get him in those situations. So.
My name is Tracy Miles. I'm the owner of Crossover Barbershop here in Allen, Texas. We are the first black barbershop on the west side of Allen. Crossover with a K. We're gonna give you the best haircut you ever have. I guarantee you people will say, where you get your haircut? And they're gonna love it. Look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good. It's not just getting a haircut, it's the experience you get with the haircut. Crossover Barbershop has been in business since 2005. We have over 100 years experience between all the barbers combined.
This is where I gotta be quiet. This is where the art come out.
But all races are welcome here. Some people just want you to talk to them or listen to them, you know, so we're their ear. They don't need us to answer or solve their problems, but we are their ear. So barbers are more than just people that can groom you and make you look good.
Man, what size gloves are those? Them look pretty small. 14? Y'all got some 16? We got some 16 somewhere. Man, he's a big kid. Nah, we got some gloves for him. Okay, let me get some 16 for him.
Yeah, so with sparring, we try to wear, we wear bigger gloves. Some people wear 14s, some people wear 16s, you know, just, everybody mixes it up. My team is real big on protecting fighters, so they like to use 16s. I think man, honestly, I don't even know. I think it's the same thing, but.
Oh yeah, teeth pull. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's hot. It's usually hotter, but it is hot.
Not to spar. Knock off for a week. It's been about 5 days.
He got like 7 years and a half, and look, we try to do this better, right? Any day. So right now we have seven, almost 8 years already, and we try to do this. This week we come from big tournament, national tournament, and he did it good. Just we don't get the decision there.
Just push on and off. On the bell. Well, hold on.
My name is Francisco Guerrero. Thank you.
tell you, hey, work your skill, not strength. Okay? All right, there you go.
He's strong, man. He's a strong little kid.
He sounded strong.
Yeah, he's strong. I'm glad Coach made him switch to 16 ounces now. Now I know what he meant when he wanted them 14 ounces. I'm like, nah, man, that's a strong kid. So.
Step, good, but you can step to either side. You don't have to stand there. You don't have to wait on his return.
Good too. He had a will. I can tell sometimes when I would land some good shots, I could see it in his face. He'd get angry. He'd come, and those are usually the kids that are going to give you some solid work and going to get real good in the future. He came out throwing his jab, so when he came out throwing his jab, I was able to measure it quick. So that allowed me to adapt really fast when he threw his jab, and I was like, okay. I found my distance real fast.
Kid right there. If he keeps it up, he's gonna be a strong kid. He's just a baby, man. He's just 50 years old.
Yeah, because I realized he's got a little. I landed a couple body shots, and I heard him grunt a little bit. So I realized whenever I was
Desde afuera, combinaciones, me cerrado. Up and down, mueve la cabeza para que metas abajo, boom, el jab, arriba, boom, la wide.
He landed some good body shots on me too. There was one round where we exchanged right in here. He landed a solid body shot, and that was a nice shot he threw. And then he threw a head shot too.
Don't reach for
I remember that popped my neck a little bit. And then that's when I was like, man, he's kind of strong.
I still need to catch up. Need more experience. Gotta keep working.
Anything in particular that you noticed that you liked that he did that you're gonna?
The body shot. I like the body shot.
But from guys that I've sparred, he said he had 50 fights. I sparred another kid that had like 200 fights. I sparred another one that's had 300. I've sparred other kids that have lots of an amateur experience.
Behind that. You gonna give you
say
that
out of 5 that I spar, probably 2 go to the body. So the majority, I think, are aiming for those headshots, but it's also because it's a different game. In the amateur game, I think the headshots are more visible, so they get counted
Don't go
more,
back
they
in the
get
straight
counted
line.
easily as a point, you know, where sometimes you can be
You
on the
watch
inside
him.
and you can sneak a body
Don't
shot,
watch
but
him.
that judge over there might not see it, especially if you're facing that way, or maybe that guy doesn't see it. And then
Take
who
your
knows if
time,
that one's
take
gonna
your
see it
time.
because
You
he's
ain't
also behind you, so you know you don't really see it. But I think the head is
Take
just
your
in the
time.
amateur game. It does this, so it's easier. So most people always teach the score.
Ya para abajo. Sube las manos, sube las manos, sube las manos, sube las manos cerradito. Mueve la cabeza, sáltate de ahí, mueve la cabeza, mueve la cabeza. Mueve las manos, porque ya lo vieron con las manos abajo. Mueve las manos, tienen la experiencia, mueve las manos. Tienes que seguir trabajando y seguir trabajando y seguir tocando.
But one thing I do know is 8 ounces is big. It's a big difference than 16 ounces. That's a huge difference. There's shots that you could only take so many. But then I don't know. I fought a guy that took a lot of shots, man, and I was so surprised. Fought a guy once, and he was walking through everything. Kind of made me feel like I was weak. I was like, man, do I not hit hard? Luckily, I got on the flight back. I saw his coach, and his coach told me, he was like, man, I asked him a couple times, does he hit hard? And he was like, man, yeah, he hits hard. And I was like, all right, well, put your hands up. And then that's whenever I was like, okay, at least I know I hit. I don't hit soft. Because it felt like some dudes can take shots. You just never know. You know, everybody's built different, so.
From this distant vantage point, the Earth might not seem of any particular interest. But for us, it's different.
Yeah. And check, bend them knees. No, you standing in that spot. Get off that line.
He seems like a good kid, so I'm sure I'll get some more work with him. So he definitely helped me out.
Me? It's all right. It was all right. I seen some things he did pretty good. I seen some things he needs to do. So it was all right. Overall performance was all right.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That kid got 50 amateur fights already, man.
He's strong.
He's a boiler, man. He's just 15 years old. He's getting there. I mean, my grandson, man, he's just getting there. They're starting.
Yeah, he's strong. He's got a strong jab. He's got a strong jab. Just whenever he throws it, he brings it straight down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gracias siempre. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Gracias. Thank you. Oye, ¿cuándo? I've known him when he was a little boy. He got over 50 amateur fights. He's a good kid. I've known a lot of these kids. I've been in the amateur business a long time, guys. A long time. I knew Earl Spinks when he was in the amateurs. He was knocking amateurs out with body punches, man, back in the day. Earl Spinks. I know Maurice Hooker. I know all them guys, man. I mean, I've been blessed to know them. The Charlo brothers, I've seen them. That's it. Okay, well, I guess we're out of here, man. I want to thank you, man.
All right.
And we'll be hooking up. We'll be hooking up with all y'all people out there. Don't forget about us, because we will be there.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take a little time, and we'll get to the top.
Yeah.
Okay, later.
All right, I'll see y'all, man.
Gladiator circuit, you are not enough. When they lace me up, you know it's going down. You are just an ounce, we going pound for pound. Like you the man, bruh. I got speed, you move like you insane, bruh. Act hard, now you gotta man up. Drop this right, now you can't stand up.
From this distant vantage point, the Earth might not seem of any particular interest. But for us, it's different.